Okay, that sounds maybe funny. Oh well. Okay, let's talk about another one. I wonder which studio I must talking to. Excuse me. I heard you all talk about which studio sold by WB. Once after about Disney, MGM, and then Universal. Can we plan to talk about what if Netflix buys WB? Can we talk about that idea? Netflix, it's an American subscription video on demand, was first show up in 1997 because it is created by those two men are Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings. The company is located in Los Gatos, California. Once you hear it in 2001, you know it's just like the worst happening of 9/11. And perhaps if Netflix has a great idea to make some release of some DVDs and heroes by the post. And heroes that you can find it something of the movies on the disc. But they're doing it in 2007. Netflix going to create a streaming service on a digital. Perhaps you don't need to pay for choosing which month. So you can watch some movies and TV shows for free, whatever it wants. You know the ones that are also available on the game consoles. It's like a decent and they're doing in the late 2000s. And now the focus on this in this modern other consoles. And then it is also available on these remote for every generation these modern TV and the shows in the late 2010s. That means that you can press these buttons. That means that you do not need for use a computer for the scanning it as well. Here is a global around the world that you can subscribe it. You can find in Netflix. And here is in anything around the world that you can find. The others are these countries do not available or other are banned. In example, the countries like Syria, Russia, China, and North Korea are totally prohibited for go to Netflix. I know that sometimes once Russia claiming Ukraine war and once an American service shut down during 2022. But in Syria, it's warns of the Syrian government to block every internet, all our websites. Like in China and North Korea have extreme censorship, they're choosing to block and banning all of these websites. They are not welcome as well. Here is doing in 2021. And here is the Netflix has also available on the video games. If you subscribe it, you want to see that here are those games that you can see that these titles are. Here is the Netflix has some game titles and you can find it as something in other franchise. Here is other the games that there you see some Sonic the Hedgehog and the Grand Theft Auto and other else titles. But you don't ever think that you ever see that the ones that the other titles as well. And in Netflix, they couldn't need some Warner Brothers games, such as titles like Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Shadow of the Mordor, and the Batman Arkham series. And it included these titles you couldn't want to see if you can to play those game franchises or other else. But in here you don't know what everyone wanted, but it's not here in this app. We going to talk about what if Netflix buys Warner Brothers? Are we going to talk about this? Oh yes, we're going to talk about this. These guys are going to plan to buy Warner Brothers. Well, don't worry. Here is this headquarters. They are going to move to the Los Gatos to the Bangkok at once. And here is the headquarters of Warner Brothers, and they must talk to the owners of this company of Warner Brothers as well. Now, once the Warner Brothers Discovery once must take a look as a member as the plans at once. They have it well as a great relationship with them, as has the Warner Brothers has some shows in the Netflix. But the compares of the here's a mix between Netflix and HBO Max. You can shows any mix include the TV shows and the video games, of course all of movies, and anything they mix. But everything that is gonna be look like a greatest friendship. Might be the great little
Yes, it's gonna be great, huh?